Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast, episode 668. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Connor Farley. What's up, Connor?
Shit.
What's up, James?
Alonzi.
What's up, Mike D?
I guess since I would be the war doctor of our group here this evening, I'll have to say Gallifrey stands.
That's right, and I just watched that today, too, with Sharon. We watch every time on the weekend we watch a whole bunch of Doctor Who episodes, so we were watching that. Yes, it is 12:46 in the morning here. I know different time zones everywhere else. We are
Same here in Georgia.
Yeah, we are off tomorrow, so no work tomorrow, Labor Day, which is great. Another day off, so able to do some podcasts this late. And we got a lot of crazy rumors, news, and Connor's going to try to make some sense of this. So,
yeah, Peter Capaldi fans, stop watching now, please, because you're going to be crying, I think, by the end of this.
Oh, no.
Will he be leaving?
I'll get to that.
Come on.
yeah.
The latest rumour from... I'm not going to state the source, because that's like suicide.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a rumour that the next Doctor has been cast in the special.
What? Really?
What?
Too serious? Too serious? Are you lying?
I'm not. No. What's going to happen is in the Christmas special, River's going to show the Doctor his future because he's down and out after he loses Clara. He's like, oh, I'm never going to travel again. I've lost too many people. Blah blah blah. You know.
Oh Lord, hammer.
The usual crap. And we're going to see a man. Don't know the actor's name yet. That it's going to be announced a week on Tuesday, by the way.
He's going to be a younger Doctor or older Doctor?
Younger. He's going to be 22 at the time, so he'll be 20 when he's in the Christmas special.
So that'd be the youngest Doctor ever then, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-oh. Are we going back to the fangirl era?
Maybe. And I'll explain.
Like the Harry Potter era. 20 to 22, wow.
Yeah. He's supposed to be dressed in pretty much all blue, apart from his shoes. A bit like David Tennant was when he had his blue suit on. He's supposed to have a blue t-shirt there. He's supposed to look like David Tennant in a way, just his hair's supposed to be a little bit shorter than David Tennant's. And he's supposed to represent in the Christmas special the Doctor's future. But we're not supposed to think he'll be the actual Doctor.
Right. Was he to appear in a TARDIS at the end?
No, he appears during the episode.
No, but at the end, like to show that he's the Doctor, he just takes off in
No,
a TARDIS?
it'll be announced in 2016 that he's going to be the new Doctor.
Can I make a statement, Connor?
Well, just let me explain what will happen, because I don't want people thinking that Peter... immediately.
Okay.
Yeah. Peter's supposed to be doing the specials next year, where the new companion is... This is the most unbelievable part, considering this girl's success. Cara Delevingne. Has anyone heard of her?
I saw pictures of her today.
Yeah, she's in the new film Paper Towns.
Paper Towels? Okay.
Yeah, the new film that's come out that's supposed to be a big success. Yeah, she's a model. She's a British model / actress. She's supposed to be the next transitional companion.
What's her name again? Last name?
Cara Delevingne. Her
Delevingne?
spelled D-E-L.
Yeah. I got it.
Yeah, she'll come up first on the result.
I got it.
Yeah, she's supposed to be the companion for the specials to transition between that and...
I thought they were going to get that blonde chick that was in the Santa Claus episode, Doctor.
So in other words, let me get this straight, right?
I'll explain.
If this is her, right?
Yeah, that's her.
Okay, so what are they looking for? Like a Billie Piper type?
Yeah, that's what you look like a little bit.
I mean, that's a little bit, you know.
Like they're trying to bring back the Billy Piper, David Tennant.
I guess so, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you what that reminds me of. That's like a Amy Pond Rose sort of hybrid right there. And then it sounds like they're bringing back like a hipster Doctor like David Tennant.
Like a cross between David Tennant and Matt Smith.
Yeah. That's their demographic, though, I think, with the new era, with the fangirls and kind of the younger generation.
I'm old school.
I mean, they bring it. I mean,
Yeah, she's supposed to only be the companion for the specials, so she's literally just there to transition between two kind of.
well, you know why they're doing that? Because they can't have him have no companion of his own. He's got to have his own before he regenerates.
Yeah.
Other than Clara.
And then in 2017 he'll do one more series, I believe, and then he'll leave.
But I'll have to have another companion for that series, no? Like a whole...
He will do, yeah. I think so, anyway.
Alright, so now let me make a statement on this, okay? Again, it's a rumor.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's true or not. But didn't I say that if the Doctor doesn't become a woman, he's going to become like a 20-year-old or a teenage doctor, like a young Doctor?
Well, yeah, that seems to be like the obvious call.
Didn't I say that I'm guessing that's what they're going to do? If you don't become a female, he's going to become super, super young?
Yeah.
And it's going to go for the Vampire Diaries type audience and Twilight and all that stuff?
Oh, God.
I don't want that.
I don't want that either.
Okay? I may have, let's say we guess here, and sometimes we get it very wrong, and sometimes we get it very right. But I would think they would do that, but I don't want that. I don't think anybody wants. First of all, we don't want the Doctor as a female, and we definitely don't want the Doctor as like a 20-year-old. I mean, that's ridiculous.
It's Stephen Moffat's future thing. Now think about this. Now, all he talking about River Song gonna meet multiple versions of the Doctor, even a young one with a kid's face or something. Years back, when they was talking about this, he just living up to what he wrote back then, I guess. Oh, Lord.
And and I'm going to make this statement here, and I'm going to make another guess, right? If the Doctor is 20 years old, the Master will definitely be older. Yeah. I could see them doing a Charles Dance as the Master versus this young kid Doctor, and they'll kind of play it off where the funny thing is that the Doctor's older than the Master or whatever it is, but it's like they'll play it off like that older villain. I could see Charles Dance being the Master. I could see him going after this young kid. That's the Doctor, which is like stupid. Okay, no way are they going to have a young Master, young Doctor. Not doing that this time. It'll be an older Master and a younger Doctor, and I'm not really happy about that. I want them to do seasons with Capaldi. What is this crap? I mean,
I don't know if they would do that, honestly, Joe. If I may interject real quick, I think that maybe if they're trying to, for whatever reason, if this is all true, I would see them doing a younger Master as well to make it more even and kind of like play the series down to like maybe a younger generation.
Yeah, but the reason why I have feelings about that is because we had David Tennant and John Sim. So I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to do it where he's going to be older.
But they were in like their late 30s, mid to late 30s.
Yeah. I know, but that was young. That was at that point in time, it was young for that, I know what you're saying. Again, I thought Moffat says the Doctor should be older anyway. Now he's contradicting himself. So, I mean...
Well, when is he leaving?
He's leaving anyway. Yeah,
I don't understand why he's choosing the Doctor. The new showrunner should be choosing the Doctor. When Russell T. Davies was the showrunner, and they knew that Moffat was going to be the showrunner, Moffat got to pick the Doctor. So why the hell is Moffat picking the Doctor if he's not even going to be there to write for him? That's not fair.
Yeah, he's supposed to pick the new Doctor.
That's not fair. That's not fair, man. That's not fair. That's not fair. Like, let the new showrunner pick who they want. That's not fair because then you have a showrunner. What if the show... Okay, here's this, right? What if the new showrunner doesn't want that Doctor? So he'll regenerate after a year? That's stupid.
You can't get rid of him because at the time, like I said, we won't know that he's supposed to be the next Doctor, the next actual Doctor.
Moffat should not be able to pick the next Doctor. I'm sorry. If he's leaving, and if this is true, then that means there is problems on set. There is problems with Moffat and Capaldi because there's no way you're going to tell me there's not. he shouldn't be leaving Peter Capaldi. I thought he was going to be staying for like years and years and years, and this nonsense, and oh my God, he's going to go for Tom Baker's record. Like, he's not longer than any other doctor. I mean,
and if this is true, this gets back to what I said like several casts ago, which was Capaldi's like too good to be true. I hope it doesn't turn into a situation like Colin Baker, where we had a great doctor, but like he didn't really stay there long enough before they just like threw a new doctor in, totally revamped things. And it sounds like if there's strife on the set, or whatever reason, if they're replacing the doctor that soon.
Already? Wow.
Yeah.
that's not fair, man. I mean, we're already in year 2 of Peter Capaldi. We should be promoting Peter Capaldi, not talking about a 13th Doctor. We shouldn't be talking about that. But they're talking about it. It's rumored. I mean, again, leave Peter Capaldi there. I mean, I honestly think that, I mean, there's no way he's going to be leaving unless there's not problems on the set or it's related to Moffat. Let Moffat leave then. He didn't sign on for Doctor Who to, oh, well, we don't know if we're going to do a season, so you're still contractually obligated, and we're going to hold on. No, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Do Series 10. And you know what? We knew it. We knew it because when Moffat always was, when he was doing Series 8, he's like, well, Series 9 is going to be the same format, but, you know, Series 10, and it doesn't say anything. Because he knew back when, before Series 8 premiered, he knew he was pulling that shit. He knew he was going to do that.
Well, remember,
Remember
Capaldi's the transitional doctor, too. He's the first doctor out of that initial Regenerations
I know.
group that we have. So, I mean, I kind of in the back of my head foresaw that maybe he just would be a transitional doctor to, like, you know, whoever the next one's going to be, starting a new cycle of Regenerations.
And I tend to believe that Moffat screws up when it comes to getting rid of companions. Because I don't really see a reason to kill off Clara. I mean, I think that's ridiculous. I saw the interview today with the Doctor Who's Finest, and he's talking about how he writes Clara, and that Clara, he wrote it that Clara in the back of her mind thought that Danny Pink will never work, you know, and anything, and her main thing is trying with the Doctor. That's bullcrap. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, you don't need to kill off Clara. Okay, I understand, like, you pissed fans off with her where she's involved in everything, but you don't need to end it that way. You can end it where it's not sad all the freaking time.
I don't want to scare... Oh, sorry, man. Go ahead.
Oh, exactly, though. You know, they didn't kill off Martha Jones. They didn't kill off let's see, they didn't kill off a lot of people. So why are they gonna kill her off?
Because Moffat, I mean, all right, Moffat's first companions as a showrunner, Amy and Rory, you killed them off.
Yeah.
Like Clara, you killed her off before she was even a companion, and Asylum of the Daleks, and Snowman.
Killed her twice.
Like, I mean, you killed off Strax. You killed off Jenny. You brought Jenny back. I mean, stop killing people off. You killed off Osgood. Stop. Just stop. You killed off Danny Pink. Stop killing people. How about that? All right? And you don't have to kill off Clara. Can't you just do something with your writing ability to make it where she just leaves or something? Why can't you bring Danny Pink back and make them together and then the timeline's secure? Like, I don't understand.
Why can't they kill Clara and have her and Danny Pink reside, like, in whatever, the Nether Sphere or something?
Because then it would be a paradox with Orson Pink.
Yeah.
Because he's from the future. That's the whole point, too.
Well, they could have her give birth and then have all that happen.
This is nonsense.
I got an idea. How about this? How about taking his essence to the library, same where River is, download it or something. Then they can make them a body or something. Then that way they can be together.
They could make bodies with the Nether Sphere. I mean, that's basically, you know.
Yeah. This Time Lord technology.
Well, what's Connor have to say about all this?
The new Doctor.
Well, yeah, I mean, the whole situation. Like, how much credibility do you think's behind this rumor?
I think there's zero credibility
Good.
behind it, personally.
Because it sucks.
Yeah, it sucks, yeah.
It kind of sounds far-fetched.
I do think the new Doctor will be a young man, though.
I do think he'll be young.
I don't think you should be 20. I mean...
No, I've got a rule.
Early 30s or something like that.
Yeah. I've personally set myself a rule that I think the Doctor should be older than 45.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I mean, he could be in his 30s. He could be, you know.
Yeah,
Well-
because you got to do a lot of running around.
Yeah. No, but
There's a lot of corridors to run down in Doctor Who. You know, you need to be healthy and running.
it never did Pertwee any harm, did it?
No.
No.
It did Hartnell a bit of harm because he was ill, but like, you know.
Why can't we have David Morrissey as the Doctor?
No.
He's
Why?
crap. He's crap.
Why?
Because he's crap.
Why can't they just use, like, he uses that face and just be that Doctor, like, but different? It'd be cool.
No.
He's a good actor. You don't like him as an actor?
I like him as an actor. He's okay, but he was not good in as what's his face.
No, that's because that script sucked. First of all, that just
Yeah, that was.
And another thing, if they do that, right? Then again, Moffat's taken from Russell T Davies because he's expanding on the idea that a doctor from the present meets a doctor from the future. That was his idea. So, like, you did it already once with the Data Doctor, and now you're doing it again. If he did it again, honestly, you're having a Christmas special with Riversong. Okay. First of all, technically, it would suck if you did Singing Towers, because you just had a goodbye with her. Now you're gonna have a goodbye with her again. So, in my eyes, you would have to have a Christmas special with her, but not the Singing Towers, and then have her in a special or Series 10, and then when Capaldi leaves, you could do a goodbye episode or something. But I'm not ready to have River leave yet either. So, you know.
I think
If River knows about the 13th Doctor, that must mean that she had an adventure with the 13th Doctor.
Yeah, because she has. You done been with all future incarnations of the Doctor so far. It's all in that book. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
So,
Yep.
I don't know. I'm not happy. That's a crap rumor. I mean, I don't want that to be. I want Peter Capaldi to stay. I want the writing to continue to be better. And I'm not happy if Clara
They need a
dies.
new showrunner then.
Pretty
They gotta
pissed
get rid of
off if
Moffat.
Clara dies.
They got to get rid of Moffat.
Yeah, we'll have to have the reverse polarity of the Moffat flow for that to happen.
If Clara dies, I'm gonna be pissed.
Well, Mark Gatiss in an interview on BBC Radio 5, I think, Radio 5, something like that, Radio 2, hinted at a big project coming up that he can't talk about.
Yeah, it's called a multi-doctor story, probably.
And people think that he's referring to the fact that he will be the next showrunner.
If he's going to be a showrunner, he better do things on his own rather than the way what Moffat wants it. You could expect. I'll tell you right now, if Mark Gatiss was the showrunner, I'm going to make a prediction. If the first year that he's the showrunner, we're going to see the Ice Warriors, we're going to see the Sea Devils, we're going to see some episodes where he's going to visit some historian figures, and we're going to have a finale that doesn't have the Daleks or the Cybermen or the Master.
Well, that guy does love his classic series.
Oh, they might bring back Omega and Susan.
And that might be better
Yeah.
with Gatiss because, you know,
I think
he has
Moffat done
free
ran his
reign.
course. I think Moffat done run that idea is what I'm thinking.
I think it's time. I think Gatiss should take it.
Yep.
Yeah. But I'm against Moffat picking. Sorry. It's not fair in my mind.
They should have got a new They should have got a new showrunner when Capaldi came.
Right. And that's not hate against Moffat. It's common sense.
Yep.
Russell T. Davies picked. Moffat picked. Now the new showrunner should pick, not Moffat. Moffat just wants to have the record of picking the most doctors. So he'll have the 11th, he'll have the 12th, he'll have the 13th, he'll have the War Doctor. See, he's always about statistics and records. So, not cool.
Yeah.
So,
It is something. Something is terribly wrong.
we need to, and again, honestly, if I was doing it as showrunner, I would stop it with the fear that the doctor's going to die every time we have a new doctor. Stop it already, right? We did it with Tennant. We did it with Matt Spence. We're doing it. Capaldi's last will and testament of the friggin' 12th Doctor. That's ridiculous. How many times are you going to do that? Stop. Stop repeating yourself. There'll be no repeats if I did it.
Actually, in a way, though, if that rumor were true, or something to that degree, that would be kind of cool just to have like a surprise sprung on all of us with the new Doctor, because we've lost out on that with the internet and all the big hoopla news releases about there's a new Doctor, this person quit, all that kind of stuff. That would be just kind of cool if they just like snuck that in there on us.
Well, it's not cool anymore because we know about it. So it won't be a surprise.
Exactly.
It won't be a surprise. We'll be expecting it. We'll be waiting for it. If it doesn't happen, it'll be like, all right, but now we're looking for that.
Well,
So,
it's like there's a little bit of truth in every lie. So
the thing is that you got to do things differently. If you want to surprise people, you'll have the Doctor regenerate in episode 5 because there'll be no like what? People think, oh my God. Like after a while, if I could bring up another analogy, right? When we used to watch wrestling back in the day, and people used to lose the title on regular TV, then they started changing it where they only lost the title in the pay-per-views, which was kind of weird, okay? And then it was like really, it was always scripted, but then you really saw it was scripted, okay? Because it was predictable then. You knew, oh, they can't lose it on TV because they have a pay-per-view tomorrow night, okay? Now with Doctor Who, it's like he's going to regenerate in either the last episode of the season or the Christmas special.
Yeah.
So stop. Regenerate episode 3, 4. Like, do something like that different. It's predictable. Do something different. Like you did this year, you did multi-parts. That's great. That's fantastic then.
it's gotten formulaic in that regard, yes.
You wanted to change it where you knew when the music comes on and the episode ends, so they decided, okay, let's make multi-parts. That's great. That's fantastic. Make the Doctor regenerate mid-season. Or not even mid-season. It could be episode 3, 4, obscure. Like, what the heck is happening to everything?
But then they get cheated out of doing a big reveal show like they did with Capaldi that everyone tuned in to see.
But how about the hell with the reveal? How about a big surprise to people? That's it. That's what we need, surprise.
Because Doctor Who's supposed to have something fresh every time they have a new Doctor. It's like watching a show brand new again.
Well, what's creative and what's financially expedient to the BBC are two different things.
Yeah, that's true. Because they budget, boy, I tell you.
I mean, if they can have a ratings whore like they did with the special where they released who the new Doctor was going to be, everyone was watching that.
Yeah. We did a podcast on it, the reveal. It was like we were watching it as it was happening. So.
I think I missed that one. I think I came in.
We had thousands. Of a lot of views on that. Like over 1,000, I think, or 2,000 views on that. Yeah. So that was fun.
I like the our buddy Matt Edwards. I like his reveal when he was watching the big reveal for Capaldi, right?
Well, that was what I was talking about. That was the. That was the one. That was our show. We did, and he was on the cover of it too. I mean, we had a lot of ratings on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was great watching that.
Yeah.
He sent me a copy of that or something. I hadn't seen it before, and I watched that. It was really cool watching him. He got really excited about watching him.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So, look, I'm so happy now. Like, it's very soon, 2 weeks. Got Doctor Who all over buses in New York. I'm like, the hype is there, man. I mean, it's like all these stores. Like anywhere I go now, like the Doctor Who stuff. I mean, the GameStop had the Titan figures. It's like, and then you can use your GameStop card towards that. That's great. So I wanted to buy in some more, but they have it in Hot Topic. They have it in Toys R Us. They have it. It's like Barnes and Noble everywhere. Before, you'd be lucky if you found a store with it.
There are two benefits to casting a younger Doctor also. Like, I think that for marketing and merchandising and for grabbing the attention of the younger generation now, there's been a whole decade that's gone by, a whole generation of people who've come into Doctor Who for the first time with this new series. So when you have like younger actors, you have more the possibility of in the future having them show up where they don't look too far different than they did when they actually played the Doctor. And if they've already like amassed a group of fans, just like Matt Smith's done at this point, like 4 years from now, they do like a big Doctor, multi-Doctor story, Matt Smith is probably still going to look close to what he did when he left the role. So he's bringing all of the Matt Smith Doctor Who fans, as well as just fans of Doctor who are franchise fans. But like the fangirls for those that particular Doctor, they're going to bring that in. So that's even more views. It's all numbers.
Right.
They could do like a Doctor Who animated series, that's like loosely based on the TV show.
Well, they did that with David Tennant. Martin.
Yeah, totally Who. I mean,
those never go over too well though, James. Like
no, that's
the Infinity Quest. They had that.
Yeah.
I never got those. I should buy those too.
I want a Doctor Who game that's for 360 or Xbox One or something.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Being on computer, that'd be awesome.
What do you have? Xbox One?
No, I got a 360. I'm thinking about getting an Xbox One though.
Yeah.
I'm not a big believer in watering down the franchise too, with having multiple spin-offs.
Yeah. Like
with having a cartoon here and then Doctor Who there, and then a spin-off with like the Potter Nostra gang or whatever. I mean, like that whole thing. I don't like watering a franchise down because it gets like too far away from the center of what it really is about.
Well, if they don't appear this year,
for a video game though, it'd be good for a game.
Oh yeah, I mean, but I'm talking about something like, not something like a game, but I mean like a cartoon or like another show. Like with Torchwood, I never really got into that. I just that's just me, my personal opinion about it. I didn't think it was bad. I just never really got into it because I just saw it kind of just as being just a spinoff, and I like having just the show. Right. And everything you need to say is in the show.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing I want to say with Power Nostra Gang is that if they don't appear in Series 9, that the chances of a spinoff are out the window because people are going to forget, and if the popularity is not going to be there, and we lost it. And Moffat said no, so we're not going to see the Power Nostra Gang in a spinoff.
Wow.
Their time's come and gone, I think.
It's just about done. I mean, if they don't appear in Series 9, that's it, because Doctor Who will be specials the following year, and that's it. They're done. So,
I mean, look at The Walking Dead now. We got Fear of the Walking Dead, and it seems rather it's lackluster to say the least.
Well, today we watched the finale of season 5 because it wasn't even on TV. We just so used to it watching it. But that's crap too. Fear.
Yeah. And I see the trailer for the new season. The trailer for the new season of Walking Dead. Woo, crazy. So let's get back to Doctor Who. So all these rumors floating around. So are we going to get to see Susan? Are we going to get to see Omega?
I think if we don't see that this season, it's done, or the specials, because she's like we're losing the window of opportunity here.
Exactly.
I mean, Ian Chesterton, get him in there already. This is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, and bring back Tom Baker. Go back to the museum. The curator. Yeah, bring him back.
Well, that window of opportunity is closing too. They should have did something with the classic Doctors. They could have did something. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean,
they got the 5th, 6th, 7th.
It's just nonsense,
and the 9th Doctor's still alive now. They should have all been in the 50th anniversary.
They don't have to run around. They could do like a hologram. They could even do a scene in the TARDIS where he's just
or do a cameo.
His other selves because they downloaded him the personality into the TARDIS or something. Like they could just be. There could be a foe that he faces that he needs to remember, and he has a room and he just starts talking to them or something. That's
one opportunity I think that they could have possibly used Tom Baker in is, from what we understand, they're going to be referencing Genesis of the Daleks in the 2-part season opener of this series coming up in a couple of weeks. They could have, if they're dealing with like multiple timelines and where time is fractured off and whatever, they could have had like a brief couple of minutes just a cameo of Tom Baker as an older Doctor, an older 4th Doctor from like that Genesis of the Daleks time period where it gets fractured, and it would explain why Tom Baker's Doctor we see from that timeline being an older Doctor, where maybe he never regenerated past that. With what happened.
My whole thing that I watched today too again with the Data Doctor was the fact that after a while with him regenerating, he gets so good at it that he could basically regenerate back into his older selves, like the 10th, the 11th, the 4th. And he could just stay in those incarnations for a long time. Like, I think if he does have an unlimited amount of regenerations, he could just stay in that form, I think. It's the same personality, same everything. So that's what I get when I see he was the fourth Doctor, an older version of Fourth Doctor, is that he will revisit former faces. He will
Some of the favorites
back into David Tennant and Doctor and Matt Smith's Doctor, and just like the second Doctor, Patrick Troughton.
Yeah.
You know, you think that he was taking that a time before he regenerated, and you know, just did those missions. When I saw that, said otherwise. I thought that at some point in time he could become the same Doctor he was and pick up where he left off with his companions, because their memories are erased and they're older versions of Jamie. I'm sorry. So I felt that, you know, if the Sixth Doctor didn't regenerate, didn't remember that he had a remote control TARDIS thing, then it was a future incarnation. You know, I've said that in videos before that.
So for example, a future Doctor could regenerate back into. Well, hold on, hear me out. A future Doctor could regenerate into Peter Davison, playing Peter Davison's Fifth Doctor, but he's not the Fifth Doctor. He's like the 16th Doctor.
Correct.
And he's with an older Nyssa and Tegan, who have aged progressively as per a normal human being. Okay, but they would look at him and be like, you know, you're much older now, and they're like, he's like, I'm not the same guy, but I am the same guy. I'm just not the same incarnation of the same incarnation that you know. I just look like the same incarnation.
But he would look like him, but he also had the same personality that he did when he was that incarnation.
No, that's what I'm saying, because it would be the same Doctor, but not the same Doctor.
Right, he would have a lot more baggage.
He wouldn't be the same Doctor in the progression of regenerations. Like for example, after Capaldi, if the next Doctor is Peter Davison playing the Doctor again, he could feasibly wear the cricket outfit and be like the 14th Doctor, or the 13th, whatever one in the progression we had, and then going back to like visiting Nyssa and Tegan, and it would be like deja vu all over again, but he wouldn't actually be the Fifth Doctor. He would be like the next Doctor after Capaldi. He would just be the same Doctor, but not the same Doctor.
Right, or as that incarnation, he could wear that outfit and then decide, hey, you know, I want to change or something.
Like Colin Baker now.
Or Colin Baker. Colin Baker could be like, I don't want to wear a multicolored.
He could wear his blue outfit.
Black. I want to wear whatever. You know.
Because in history, Doctor Who, Colin Baker wanted to dress up kind of like how Christopher Eccleston did, you know, like a leather jacket.
Yeah, he could just dress like that.
Yeah. But they wanted something different, though.
Wow.
Well, my favorite episode was a Trial of the Time Lord, though.
Yeah.
With the Sixth Doctor.
That's your favorite episode?
With the Sixth Doctor?
With the Sixth Doctor, yeah. I mean, because he was going off on the Time Lords.
Yeah, I love that. I love that, too.
Madam President!
I like the Two Doctor episode. I like the Dalek one, Cybermen one, so...
Yeah,
I like Baker's ones. I mean, some of the stories were a little bit cheesy, but they had. I mean, like Vengeance on Pharaohs, for example, preceded like this whole reality show, like craze that we had by like decades.
Yeah.
Well, that's in my opinion his best.
Right.
Vengeance.
Yeah.
I mean, you got like Attack of the Cybermen, Mark of the Rani, Time Lash, everyone's favorite, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, I gotta go back and watch Trial of the Time Lord. I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably do that too.
Oh yeah.
All right, so hopefully these crappy rumors are just crappy rumors that there's going to be a 13th Doctor, and hopefully we have Capaldi till 2020.
Because I'm just getting used to Peter Capaldi, you know.
Yeah. Me too. I like Peter Capaldi. I just didn't like certain things that they wrote for him. But
I mean, it's something refreshing. Go from like a giddy Doctor with the 11th Doctor to a more serious Doctor with a 12th, 13th Doctor.
Yeah, he's got some more gravitas. He's got a little bit more maturity on him as far as like feeling worldly and being a little bit more cynical about things.
And he don't play around. He tells you how it is, whether you like it or not.
Didn't we report that there was some things that came out about Capaldi like the time he's having to spend away from his family.
Yeah, we talked about that briefly, but I don't know what the thing is going on now. You know,
like if there's anything to that, or if it's just.
Well, he's gonna have vacation after he films a Christmas special, so he's gonna be with his family for a while. So that will be over. I mean, he won't have problems with his family if he's going to be off from.
Yeah,
I guess
aren't they filming
the end of
Christmas
September,
special now, right?
no, September, October, November, December. He's going to be off. January, February. I mean, he's going to be off for like months. I mean, I don't know when they're going to film the special, if there is special. Again, that's another rumor too. We don't really know if Series 10 is ruled out as a season, or if they're doing specials, or if they have a short season. We don't know what's going on.
Wow.
They could do a 6-episode Series 10.
6 episodes.
They could. I mean, we don't. Not necessarily specials. I mean, they could just decide to do that or shorten it even further.
Well, they better be a couple of 2-hour specials then.
So we don't know. But let's focus on Series 9.
Exactly.
The hell do we want to talk about the 13th Doctor for? Who the hell wants to do that? I don't want to talk about that.
Well, we just did.
I know we did, but like
no,
we have to if it comes up.
We got to find out about the 3 faces of Peter Capaldi. You know, when he was like in Rome, when he was one within dang Torchwood. You know, how did the TARDIS help him choose that face?
Well, we're gonna find that out this season. That's it.
Yep.
So.
Did you watch the new? What was it, like a 15-second commercial preview?
I saw every trailer thing there was, BBC America, everything. Yeah, the Magician's Apprentice trailer, yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. Connor sent me a link to that. That was cool.
Yeah.
I think he'd like.
Epic.
Did you film that all for your television, or was that?
That was someone else. There's a better version.
Well, at the time, that's all we had when it first came out, and then we got it on YouTube after. But that's great seeing it that way. I mean, at least got to see it.
Yeah.
And by the way, Titan, get on making that Capaldi bust. I'm ready to have the 12th on there.
Yeah.
Add to my roster of busts.
I may get some more of those Titan little figures. I want.
Well, I know one of them's coming your way.
I want. No, I'm talking about the little guys.
Oh, okay.
I want River, and I want the Clockwork Droid. There's a few I want. So.
Well, I saw earlier today you got the Fashta Narada
and the Weeping Angel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. And you know what was really cool was the fact that we, as the Real Whovians cast, made up to 666 episodes, and we actually got to review the Satan Pit and Impossible Planet on the 666th episode.
I know. I hated missing that. I missed that.
That was great. That was great. And even Sharon was telling me that was genius to do that. And I'm like, that's awesome. Because you know what it is? Some people just didn't want to come in because of the number. And I understand that. And
really? Are you serious?
No, I'm serious. I'm serious. But so I'm like, well, I can't. Yeah. So I'm like, I can't do the unboxing on 666. So let's just review Impossible Planet and Satan Pit. And then we did 667 after, and then we did that, you know.
Well, we could have done the Daemons also for that, right?
Well, true. I mean, you know. I mean, we'll review that eventually. But that was cool.
Realistically, how many people have seen the Daemons? I'd say 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, well, you know, screw them. They should have watched it. That's what
you know what it is? I can't with all the shows that we do. I can't. I'm bad at that. When I say, all right, we're going to review all these episodes, and I'm like, no, man, I work, and you do this, and you do that.
It's taken us like a year to get to Ambassadors of Death.
That's so bad. That's my fault, though. It's my fault, totally. Yeah, I take full responsibility for that. And I can't commit to it either because I just don't know what the week's going to be like. You know? We'll get to it eventually, I'm sure.
Well, Connor mentioned he asked how many people have actually seen the Daemons. I understand what he's saying there, but I will tell you, Connor, you would be surprised. Last night I watched probably 4 videos from people that had to be in their early 20s, and they are huge fans, if not their favorite era is Pertwee, of the Pertwee years. And
I meant exclusively in this this community here. Like, you know, that's...
The Real Whovians cast.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Like, I've seen it. The Master was in that, too.
That's all the more reason to do a cast about it, because you're going to get people more involved with watching the classic series.
All right, so you know what? Why don't we do this? Why don't we watch that and do it tomorrow? Like, rewatch it again.
Bloody hell.
I don't know if I meant something that quick, Joe, but...
All right.
I
Well,
think
how about we'll try to get it out this week?
yeah, well, I think we need to review classics.
Well, you know what? No. Correction. Why don't we just get Ambassador's death out of the way?
No,
No?
I hate that. I hate that so much.
All right.
Oh, that's a classic...
We'll talk
movie,
off
man.
air. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll try to come up with. Oh, another thing I do want to tell our subscribers out there. I don't know what it is with Daily Motion lately, because I think the reason why I can't upload the unlimited sometimes is if it goes beyond a certain time, then it won't allow me to upload it. I don't know. I got to figure it out what it is, because episode 7 and episode 11 of Unlimited, our Daily Motion exclusive, will not, for the life of me, upload. So I had no choice but to put it on YouTube. You know, and I didn't want to do that because I wanted it just to be exclusive. But if I'm going to have continued problems uploading to Daily Motion, I can't upload to Daily Motion. I mean, I don't think I can do the Google Hangout on there, because Google is with YouTube still. I mean, you know, that's kind of, so, like, I figured we'd do it with the Zoom, unless I could do it with Skype. But other than that, I don't know what's going to happen with Daily Motion. I'm hoping that we can continually do the Unlimiteds, but if I keep having discrepancies where I can't upload certain episodes, it's going to be a waste of time. I want all the Unlimiteds on there.
Now, the latest one you had was with Adam, the Ultimate Whovian, right?
Yeah, and I had to put it on the YouTube channel because I tried 12 times, and I tried doing different things, and I can't get it on there. So.
Now, limit on there then, probably.
Now, is Adam really the Ultimate Whovian? Did we?
No, that's his nickname. He's been on the show for like.
I'm kidding.
That's what he's always been since we first started. You know, so it was great. It was really great to have him on too. You know, I haven't seen him in a while. So
David Tennant's doctor got two different distinctions. Number one, he's the most popular doctor of all time so far, the 10th Doctor, and plus he had the longest regeneration story.
Mm-hmm.
So far.
I want to try to do, if I could do more Unlimiteds, I want to try to get Mongo on one, and I want to get Billy on another one. You know.
Cognitive oil.
Yeah. So I want to try to get them on the Unlimiteds.
Shout out to Mongo.
Yeah.
Yo.
And I gotta see
how's he
what
doing anyway? I ain't seen him for a minute.
He's doing okay, I guess.
Yeah, we talked to him a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
He's doing good.
So what does everybody want to see in season 9?
Weeping Angels. I do want to see them.
Well, you're seeing them.
I know.
I want to see how Missy regenerated for one thing. If that's a real class.
No.
What's this thing about the Scarface guy with the hood? Is he the character made up of multiple snakes?
Yeah, he's a Khalid mutant.
That's interesting.
Who's a servant for an iconic character that is yet to be announced.
Well, tell me a little bit. Let's talk about that for a minute or two, because I'm not aware of any of that. I just heard like something on the periphery about it. I'm curious to find out what I guess all of us know about the character at this particular point.
I know what Connor said. That's it. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, he's supposed to be Davros's, I believe Davros's anyway, slave.
His what?
His slave. His servant.
I see.
He's supposed to be like a highly intelligent mutant, kind of.
Right.
But you said he was a mutated Khalid?
Yeah, he's a Khalid mutation. Because there's many forms of Khalid mutation, like even in the trailer they kind of displayed two, because you had the hands in the ground with the eyes, and then you had the three-faced man with all the drinks,
right,
and the cards. So it's just another Khalid mutation that's taken it, you know, that's serving Davros.
I see. At least we get Davros. That's the main thing. I mean, you know.
And look like they're talking about Pompeii in there a little bit too.
Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna have that too.
Yeah.
So
it's the 19th. We've got less than 2 weeks.
12 days, I think.
12 days, yeah.
12 days.
Oh, yes. And the return of the Doctor.
That's right.
Are we supposed to get an updated, like an older version of the TARDIS or something this time around?
They did do changes to the TARDIS inside.
Yeah. Oh.
I was told.
You can see in the trailer. Yeah, you can see what they're doing.
Yeah. No, beyond that too, I heard.
And is he gonna still be looking for Gallifrey, or just gonna be kind of busy doing?
I guess he finds him. I think this season or something.
Or either he finds them or they find him.
I think I don't know.
So in the commercial, when Missy and Clara were standing at the table, and there was that device that looked like it.
Compression dial.
Now, what is that?
That's what I think it is anyway. It's the equivalent of a will before death, where they they write it out and they're practically handing out all their assets and stuff. The things that they own. But when they feel that the situation they're getting into, their survival is unlikely.
Well, that's kind of weird because he never did that with the other incarnation. So.
Well, it's a new thing, but I like the idea of that.
Yeah.
The idea that the Time Lords kind of have a will as well. I'm really on board with that actually.
Well, did Rassilon have one when he died the first time?
I don't think Rassilon's dead now, but
I think much like real life in society, some people may not have time to have that device because they don't know that they're going to die, so they never really. Well, obviously you know you're going to die, but you don't know how soon, and then they die unexpectedly. So,
right.
Because people that happens in society where people don't write their will before they die. So.
And that makes sense in the context of the scene, from what I recall, because doesn't Missy say something about I'm here to? She mentioned something referencing the death of the Doctor.
Yeah, she said this is a confession dial, the last will and testament of the Doctor.
Oh, okay.
Which makes sense because the Doctor was there to get her remains or his remains, and as the Eighth Doctor, and respect whatever wishes, I guess. So her being there makes sense. So, all right, gang. I think that's going to be it for the Real Whovians tonight. We'll probably be back sometime this week. So, take care. Bye for now.
And have a good